Hey guys, it's Square here. Today I'll be playing some Anakin Skywalker by request. He's probably one of the strongest characters in the game at this moment in time. I believe the best way to play him is to slow push one side while backdooring the other if it's available. But if it's not available, you can just go ahead and swarm one side and completely destroy it. So whenever you play Anakin, you want to make sure you have his unique. It doesn't really matter that I have him at level 2. The fact that he's so powerful it doesn't even matter because he's got like an inbuilt stun, he's got an inbuilt pull. So he's kind of like a crappy Darth Vader in the sense that he has some utility, but he's mostly about just buffing his units and then just giving them a shit ton of damage. So I do think Hyper General is a really good idea because it does stack with his skill of the heat of battle. So making every unit you have a monster is a really good idea, especially if you have more than like 2 out. You don't have to buff that many units to make it worth it. I've tried cheaper and swarmier decks of Anakin. They do work well, but I prefer the slow push version. There are a couple ways to build him for sure, because he's very powerful. But the main premise of building Anakin decks is have a lot of organic units, buff them into Oblivion, and then run over your enemy with them. Either through backdooring or through actually just, like, completely running the fuck over with them. Like, you'd be like a, I don't know, a fucking 18-wheeler running over some puny little tomato or something. That's basically what Anakin feels like if you're running over them properly. So in this case, where I have the backdoor option and the slow push option, I'm going to take the slow push option first, and then I'll save my backdoor for later. My backdoor is my unique, and my slow push is my Bantha. So I'm just going to chill here for a bit. What he put down? MTV, that's pretty good. So in this case, I'm not going to backdoor yet. Shit, I might have to, actually. I'm gonna put Ahsoka Toa, because she does so much damage. In fact, I think she can probably solo it herself. This is a good Hyper General. I'm gonna buff everything, and this should just annihilate his tower, and my tower should be perfectly fine pretty soon. I see him doing stuff, but I'm just gonna run over him, because he's fucking nothing to me. Wow, those Imperial Guards are doing a lot of damage to my tower, but that's okay, because I'm winning this fight, like, very hard. So, he damaged my tower, I got his tower. I'm going to keep harassing him, actually, because there's no reason not to stop. Because I know he's spending energy, and he doesn't really want to spend it. And the fact that there's a threat there means that he has to do something about it. Okay, I'm going to get some free tower damage. He opted to take my tower for some of his tower damage in the middle. I don't know about that. I'm going to keep attacking him, put some units behind him, make sure he can't get away with it for free. Sand Trooper, okay. He's going to skill me, that's fine. That's about what I expected. So right now, I'm just trying to harass him down to make it so that if he wants to stop my next push, he won't be able to do it because he won't have enough health. So I see him. He puts Bladesman. I'm going to buff my units. I'm going to go for him and kill him instantly. Do that stuff. I'm going to let Ahsoka Toa do her own thing. Hyper General me in this Bantha. And this will be a very easy tower for me. So you can see how I'm just kind of running over him and just beating the shit out of him. I stunned him right there. I didn't even mean to do anything, but he's going to die here. There's nothing you can do about it. I stunned there, beat him up. So now his tower is mine, and he had no choice. I don't care that he's backdooring me. It's just that the fact that I have so many steroids for my organic units that there's nothing you can do about it if he doesn't have any area of effect. So when you're playing against Anakin, there's 2 things you're going to need. Bomber and probably Nerve Gas, because those are the things that really stop him. Anakin can't be stunned when he uses his skill, so that makes it really hard for him to be dealt with. And, what is it? And, like, Nerve Gassing them is really effective, because I do believe it. I'm not sure how the math works out, but I think Nerve Gas ends up being better than, Stun Grenade and total DPS over, like, 10 seconds or something like that. So, against, Grievous is probably a harder matchup for Anakin because of the way the mechanics works. You can't really stun Grievous, I believe. But, Grievous is so weak anyways that it doesn't really matter. He has the same backdoor options. He's kind of like I guess Grievous would be like the crappier dark side of Anakin. So yeah, I got lucky with the Bantha again. I'm going to go ahead and just put it down, slow push. Try to see what he's going to do. He's not doing anything. I'm actually a little bit curious. Okay, so it's going to MTV Light Vehicle. So what is going to happen here, I'm going to wait for the MTV Light Vehicle to get my tower, and then I'm going to Ahsoka Toa it. Okay, there we go. So now that it's focusing me, and it's under my tower, focusing it, beating it up, I'm gonna buff her, because she's not paying attention. I'm gonna go ahead and use Area of Effect here, because he's not paying attention. He put Sniper Army down, very good. Look how much damage I did already. Like, even though he put Sniper Army, it's not that big of a deal. Doesn't matter that he stopped it, I'm gonna win this fight very handedly. So both his towers are half health. I know he's like under-leveled. Oh, God, dude. I got his tower. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kill this because I can. With this Anakin, you can be hyper-aggressive and suicide like this if you want to. Try to buff everything. I'm trying to focus the little thing in the back. Okay, I got it. I'm pretty happy about that. So you can see how I just run over him. I know he's a little bit under-leveled and he's using under-leveled cards, but I'm sure he's just, like, the way he's playing is also not very good either. Like, he threw away this 3 energy unit for no reason at all. So, I'm gonna wait for him to play down something before I counter-push. I know he's waiting for the Ahsoka Toa or whatever, so I'm gonna put it down on the left side instead of the right side, because he's expecting on the right side. So now he feels threatened and he's forced to deal with it. Put down some, whatever units to fuck with him. I'm gonna beat him up, because he's here. I didn't mind this, I'm gonna go ahead and just take this tower. I don't know why my character's running around in circles, but that's okay. So look how much damage I'm gonna do overall to all of his towers. Like, look how insane this is. I know this stuff's really, really under-leveled, so I'll probably play another game. But this is basically how you play them. Oh, fuck, I thought those were stormtroopers. Sometimes I get confused between stormtroopers and snipers. It's hard to tell sometimes. Oh, those things do a lot of damage, even at level 2, so you want to make sure you kill them before they get too much damage on the tower. Alright, it's all good. So at this case, there's not much he can really do. He's gonna be forced to lose his tower, but he could have just tanked it. I don't know why he lost it. He wasn't forced to lose it. I don't really have any other units right now, so I'm gonna buff this. And then I'm gonna go in, and then now I'm gonna use my buffing skill. Because now that I have everything in, nice bomber. So bomber is a really good counter, but it's just sad that he didn't have any towers to hide under, so it was really, really unfair for him to do anything. So there we go, ran over your opponent. I kind of don't really want to say good game because I feel a little bit bad, but the fact he's willingly choosing lower level cards because they're newer, I guess does make some sense. He does have level 12 turrets. No, I guess my card levels are so much higher than his. It's like, but why use him then? And repair droid? He just didn't do very well in deck building. Grievous is kind of defensive, but he's not that defensive to use repair droid to just hide. So I'm gonna donate some things. I can't donate yet. Never mind. So I guess I'll play another game. So you can see how the strategy. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? So since I was talking about the slow push version, I want to talk about the swarm version. The swarm version is very, very similar. It's literally just like you replace this for this, and then you just start swarming. You could also put G and K droid because you can stack 2 G and K droids if you want to. But the swarm version of Anakin is very similar. The only difference is you could do a stream of units instead of putting a bantha down and waiting. I prefer the bantha version, but it's like about the same. Realistically, it's not that much different. The only thing the Bantha version has over the Swarm version is that it's a lot stronger against area of effect, but I think that enough is probably... It probably makes enough sense to just use the slow push version. I do believe the slow push version is stronger. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do against Krennic. I'm learning their names, Krennic versus Callus. I know many of you fuckers keep telling me I'm doing it wrong, which is correct. Since I'm doing the Swarm version, I'm going to go ahead and do a little aggressive play right here. I'm trying to get him to play some units he doesn't want to play. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to let him push into my tower, and then Iron Mine it all. Put some Pathfinders. Actually, Partisan's probably better than... So for this Swarm version, I'm going to put things away. And now that things are pretty close, I'm going to go ahead and buff everything, and I'm going to die here. So the Swarm version has a lot more power. You saw how I just kind of obliterated him, but I had to die for it. I'm going to use my skill, buff everything, and this should just wreck everything apart. Like, look how much damage it's going to do. This tower's already mine. So this is the power of the Swarm version. Oh my gosh. What's Anakin doing, dude? Dude, he just stood still for like 2 seconds. This idiot. Oh, well. I'm going to Iron Mine this quickly. I'm going to punch him, put the Swarm cards down. So this is going to be really bad. So with the Swarm version, you can put a lot of power down really quickly. So I'm putting down the Marauders, beating shit up very, very quickly. Take this really quickly. Bam. I'm going to take his health pack because I can. Can't do anything about it. Let's get a stun grenade. Doesn't have a stun grenade. So you see how the Swarm version is a little bit more active than the slow push version. So in this case, I didn't have enough power on one side, so I will put the Ahsoka Tano on the other side and then buff it. He's staying still, not paying attention. I'm going to beat him up. So look how much Ahsoka Tano damage Ahsoka Tano is going to do on the other side. I feel like a little white boy saying Ahsoka Tano, but you know, it's all good. Alright. So a lot more aggression in play in the Swarm version, and I'm appreciating it. He's basically being forced to play aid aggressively to match my tempo. The good thing Anakin's really good at is setting the tempo of the game. Tempo is basically like the speed of it, so since I'm playing really fast, I get to like force him to play cards he wouldn't normally want to play. And since I'm playing slow, he's being forced to play slow. This is good Iron Mine right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take some damage. Okay, now that I'm not stunned, I'm going to use my skill and then beat the living shit out of him. He's going to use his skill, but that's okay. He's going to be forced to die. He won't even get my tower. That's how much power this deck has. I really don't feel necessary pushing anything right now. So as soon as he goes for my left tower and commits to it, I'm going to put Ahsoka Tano. That's my next plan. He's going to take some damage here. He's basically forced to. Not really. Okay, I'll put Marauders here. That's fine. Put Repair Droid, saving my Iron Mine for that. You're not allowed to put it in my house, buddy. So I'm going to put Partisan. So since he's playing into my trap, he doesn't know that yet. This is basically my entire plan. He put too much energy on one side, so he's nothing to do about the right side anymore. Just buff everything. Put Adrenaline Potion. Blast it. Look at this. Nothing he could have done. That's a lot of damage there. So just so much power, so much steroids. I still feel like the slow push version is better, but you can do Swarm if you want to. It's all preference. I do recommend running one area of effect like Iron Mine, because it's generally good to have that sort of versatility against, I guess, like Repair Droid and stuff like that. Like, you saw how if I didn't have it, it'd be more annoying, but I think it would have went either way against Repair Droid, regardless. So, the Swarm version, you want to make sure that you have enough, like, units that are tanky enough by themselves so they could swarm a tower with Adrenal and your buff. So that's why I don't run Twilights in the Swarm version, because, it's just not tanky enough, and this thing is, the Swarm version doesn't have a lot of tanky stuff. You could run Wookiee Warrior, but the thing about Wookiee Warrior is that it's kind of slow and it's not really that swarmy. I guess I could try it, but if you're going to run Wookiee Warrior, why not just run Bantha, man? Like, Bantha's way tankier, and it does a job that Wookiee Warrior does better, because it'll focus the tower instead. So, I'll play one more Swarm version, just for the sake of it. I have maximum rewards anyways. Fuck it, I'll play one more Swarm version. So this is... there are a couple ways to build Anakin, but I believe these are the two best by far. So against Swarm version, it's going to be a little bit harder against Palpatine, as you saw before, but it's still definitely doable. You could put in Stun Grenade in Anakin, but the thing is, I don't put in Stun Grenade because Anakin already has an inbuilt stun and an inbuilt pull, so that's why I don't put any crowd control inside an Anakin deck. Go ahead and put the Swarm version. Do a fake aggressive play. Let's see if he can play against it. I forced him to make a move he didn't want to go. This is my tempo of the game now. He basically surrendered the tempo to me. So I know he has area of effect, so I'm going to just save energy to make sure I can have Ahsoka Tano on the right side. So he's using his area of effect here. So I'm going to go ahead and go in there. I'm going to beat him up and commit suicide. You might think this is a bad move, but it's actually very intentional. This is mainly because he's forced to split push and he won't do nearly enough damage compared to the damage I did to him. So this is fine. He's forced to back out. I'm going to take that one shot so my tower doesn't take it. So you can see like the power that I have in the tempo of this game. I'm going to pretend I'm going to like really get some of this side and just like put the Marauders as soon as I get enough energy. Once I get to 9, I'll do it. So I'm going to dash in, pretend like I'm going to be very aggressive. So now that the tempo of the game is mine again, I forced him to play something he didn't want to play because he's actually very scared, believe it or not. Put Partisan in the back. I put my Pathfinders way too far back, actually. So now I'm going to focus him down because he's too close, and this is going to punish him a lot. Put Ahsoka Tano, and then buff everything, and then this should be plenty of damage after I die here. So now that I die, look how much damage both towers are going to get. He's going to be focused on Ahsoka Tano. He's going to attack it, but look at this side. Look how much damage is going to be on this side right here. Look at that. Look at that damage. So the tempo of the game is mine forever, and there's nothing to do about it. This is decent of Iron Mine. Oh, okay, I was going to try to dash into him, but that's cool. So I have the option of slow pushing and fast pushing right now. He's feeling pressured enough to try to fast push me, but the thing is, he already used his skill, so it's not going to be that good. Partisan. So now I'm going to buff everything. I don't have Ahsoka Tano. I'm just going to Hyper Adrenal this. This should be good enough. He's going to attack me, but this is fine. My unit should be able to take care of him if he stays a little bit too long. So yeah, that's good. I got some poke damage on the left side. That's okay. We traded equally on the right side. As long as you win the small trades with the Swarm version, you'll be fine. You don't get any of those big pushes as the big version. I think I could just Iron Mine that. I'm not too sure. I'm going to go ahead and slow push the right side, though. she's standing basically there to try to make me do something I don't want to do. I'm just saving Ahsoka Tano for when the fight gets really fucking tough. Okay. So I'm gonna put Ahsoka Tano on this side because he's going the other side. I want to make sure that Ahsoka Tano goes on the side that is not the strongest one. So he's putting down a lot of stuff. I'm basically just trying to stall and kill him before he can do anything while I get the right side. I'm not actually trying to win the left side at all. So, yeah, like my cards are a little bit higher level than him, but like my hero's 2 levels lower. That's a big deal. So in this case, I could just like, you can see the power of Anakin right here. I'm just gonna buff myself into oblivion and just beat the shit out of everything, dude. Beat the shit up. Dude, you're too close, buddy. Look how much damage I'm just melting this fucker, dude. He got like a second, like a millimeter too close. I pulled him in and beat the fuck out of him. That's insane how good Anakin is. It's super, super insane. So I did 2 decks with the slow push version and 2 decks with the swarm version. Hopefully this is enough to teach you guys how to basically use him. He's pretty simple to use, honestly. It just takes like minor decision making of like, oh, I teared up. It takes minor decision making on should I push hard or should I be slow. But Anakin's fucking awesome, dude. I fucking love this character. He's probably more fun than 40th Luke right now for me. But that's because I played so much 40th Luke. I think 40th Luke is probably a little bit weaker than Anakin by quite a bit. So Anakin is almost on the level of Hera. I think Hera's still slightly better, just a little bit better. But Anakin's definitely one of the top 5 characters in the game by far. No competition. All the problems with light side that light side heroes have, where they don't have enough damage, or they're not tanky enough, or they don't have enough utility, Anakin has them all. In fact, I think he's even better than Luke Skywalker, and that's saying something. Luke Skywalker is actually pretty fucking good. Because Anakin's unique's better than Luke's unique, because it has more versatility. The only thing holding Luke back is that his unique isn't always good. That's the only thing holding Luke back from being top tier. So anyways, I'll see you all next time. Have a good one. This was Zonkara here, and peace out, y'all.